Hey guys, in today's video, me, Nico, Owen, and someone named Daniel competed in the Oesa Minecraft Challenge finals. We got into the finals by making an escape room that was in the top 23 of around 90 builds. This was run by the school, and we got to go to Toronto for the finals. In the finals, there was 4 builds with 10 minutes for collaboration, 20 minutes for building, 5 minutes to explain the build to the judge. I'll let the guy running it explain the first build.
Challenge 1. To kick off this year's competition, create a mascot to represent your team in your school. So the requirements. 1 unique mascot figure with characteristics that represent your team in a cohesive way. Your mascot, its personality should be easily visible. Your mascot should be able to interact with its environment. And your mascot should be inclusive and appropriate, representing all members of your team and all Minecraft players. 1. Timer begins now. You have 10 minutes in your collaboration phase.
Cereal ball. Frame flicks inside.
With a spoon head. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay, and like bird light.
That should be brown. Oh, so what should its environment be?
Kitchen table. What happened?
Yeah, it's a bowl.
Yeah, with milk in it and milk cereal.
Okay, I'll start building the actual mascot though. Let's write down all the commands we're gonna do. There, done. Here, I'll put the nutritional facts on the side. He's healthy and tasty, so we're supportive calories. 3,512. Yeah, this is the build we did in the collaboration phase. Now onto the build phase. Yeah, so even before we started building, I had a hotbar set up. So now that we started building, we already had a fill command set up for the floor, which we did during the collaboration phase. That's when we set it up. So yeah, you can see I built the base of the bowl, and I'm also building the legs and torso of McCrispin, which is the name of our mascot. Yeah, I'm adding the nutritional facts on the side, which... yeah, there's not much to say about that. Anyways, you can see all the nutritional facts. Anyways, now I'm building the bowl. It is going to have cereal inside and also berries. Now I'm working more on McCrispin. Awesome mouth, I know. Yeah, I know the cereal doesn't look good, so I'm gonna improve it later. It also doesn't even look like bran flakes, so yeah, I'm gonna add that later. I know bran flakes isn't a real cereal, so I made it look like all bran. Oh, if you're wondering, Nico had the idea for our name, the Crispy Bran Flakes. Yeah, I'm adding milk right here. Anyways, yeah. I made this cereal good, and then someone broke it and put the honey back. Wait, no, they didn't break it and put the honey back. They just broke the milk and put honey instead. So yeah. Now I'm putting the berries on top. And someone started putting arms. I don't know who that was. Yeah, if you notice, all our appliances have faces. Yeah. Right now we're building a fridge in the background. That was a fill command right there. Which, by the way, turns out we didn't have to use this build plaza, but if we didn't, we weren't allowed fill command. Yeah. Now I'm building the back of the fridge, which will have various fruit and a loaf of bread in it. Which, yeah, they're all named. Oh, the fridge company is Hayashi Fridge. It was supposed to be Hayashi, but Nico didn't have the H, so... Yeah, that's berry bread, Arnold apple, and I forget what the banana's name is.
Oh, finish it!
And hands off! You're the build phase.
Oh, here are some awesome screenshots I got from the build phase. I'm not going to show the judging phase because it's really boring. Yeah, so for the other 3 builds, we actually had a week to practice. But for most of the week, we were practicing on a flat world, and we were making the builds way too big. So when we realized we were supposed to use the build plaza, we had to shrink down all our builds, and we ended up only having 2 days to practice on the build plaza. So yeah, we had to practice like crazy for those 2 days. But turns out we were allowed to use the flat world just as long as we didn't use the fill command, which we were already not planning to do. So yeah, next year we're gonna only practice our builds on the build plaza when we do the Minecraft challenge again. I'm not gonna show the collaboration phase for the other 3 builds because, well, it's kind of boring. We're just going over everything. So yeah, once again, I'll let the guy explain the second build.
Your city is eager to host the Olympic Games and has asked students to come up with a stadium design or stadium designs that they can include in their pitch to the IOC, which is the International Olympics Committee. Your team has been tasked with putting together an accessible and memorable Olympic venue that can accommodate multiple sports. City officials have given you a list of the requirements you need to consider in your proposal. Requirement 1. Must be designed to host either the Summer or Winter Olympic Games and must be capable of hosting at least 3 separate athletic events. A creative and notable architectural feature that makes it aesthetically pleasing and memorable. A way to show how you will integrate technology into the venue. So maybe you will have screens like this venue to broadcast. And keep in mind climate action when creating your design.
Okay, yeah, so the first thing we did was, well, the first thing I did, I built a big white square where I'm gonna put all the events, because I'm building the events and everyone else is building like the stands and stuff. Yeah, I practiced a ton, so I'm able to build all the events in 20 minutes. The first event is javelin throw, the one I'm building now is volleyball, and the one in the middle is track. Yeah, I know we don't have enough much space to build them, but we did our best, and yeah, it actually ended up going pretty well. I'm using cobwebs for the volleyball net. There's 6 players on each team. 1 player is Canada, and the other, no, 1 team is Canada, and the other team is North Korea. Oh, someone disconnected. I forget who it was around here. Yeah, so because we're making the Olympic Stadium smaller this year, to preserve money, we're gonna make it so each person does a lap around the track, and then whoever does fastest wins. Yeah, also I made sure to pose everybody, and I'm not adding the chest plate because they're gonna be dyed according to the country that they're on. Yeah, I'm making the North Korean jersey, cyan. And the Canadian jersey is obviously red. Yeah, 2 people are running on the track at the same time. That is not a safety hazard. Don't worry. Oh yeah, we also made solar panels on top of plants in the stands. So yeah, that's considering the environment. Right here I'm building the Olympic logo. I'm not sure if it's correct, but I'll put a picture of the correct Olympic logo on screen. Yeah, the stands, we had alternating granite and diorite seating. So, because those are the Canadian colors. Here I am making the Canadian flag, which I'm just gonna spam everywhere. Oh, also, to accommodate people who are disabled, Nico made a ramp leading up to the stands. Oh, and that black TV is a Jumbotron, if you were wondering. Because someone sitting in front of the volleyball thingy won't be able to see the javelin throw. Yeah, most of this we had planned out, but there's a couple of things where we just decided on the spot, like the Canadian flag, and also the teams, like Canada and North Korea. We just decided that on the spot. So yeah, all we need to do is build the backs, and
Okay.
we're done. Here are some aerial shots of the stadium. So before the next build, it was actually lunch. So I'll show you what we did during that, and yeah. Also what we did in between builds.
Neo practice up here, Memphis. Neo practice up here. Together, let's attack together. What do you mean, stuff?
Everyone be over? Yeah, okay. Everyone, go, take.
All run out,
Oh
Here with the
god.
sniping.
This is
friend.
gonna.
My prey.
Oh, Owen's gone?
Yeah, the audio here is kind of loud, so I'm just gonna mute it. Anyways, on to round 3.
Okay, round 3. Round 3 challenge. Your team has visited an escape room together, but you've taken a wrong turn somewhere and ended up in 100 years in the future. You find yourselves in the midst of a bustling metropolis in the year 2125, and you are amazed by what you see. Using only the technology available to you, of course it's your trusty Minecraft world, you work together to recreate this technological marvelous world to show your friends when you get back to your own time. It's 2024, by the way. Requirements. Design a futuristic transportation system amid an urban scenescape, focusing on renewable energy and sustainability. Each transportation mode must have its own infrastructure. Passenger facilities to make travel comfortable and convenient for the future travelers, because in 100 years, technology has made huge advances.
Okay, so we started off by making blue roads. We did it just to like change it up from normal roads. Also, it's easier to see like black tires on blue roads than on black or gray roads. Anyways, right here is the bike stands, because in the future everyone has these like hover bikes. So yeah, because they're better for the environment and stuff. And yeah. Anyways, all the buildings are made out of the same material, which is really efficient. It was going to be a different block than obsidian, I forget what it was. But then we realized that turns out all the builds have to be in 1.15. So, yeah. We had to replace a ton of blocks. Oh, the lights on the buildings were originally supposed to be frog lights, and the different colors represented the different types of buildings, like whether it was like a property or like a public place, or it's like a warehouse or something. But we had to use sea lanterns and redstone lamps instead, sadly, because frog lights are in 1.19. Anyways, this is the train station, the main attraction of the build. It's because all the short distance is traveled to by bike, and all the places that are far away are traveled to by train. So yeah, we have a big train station, and this build actually got the best rating from the judges, but because there's no trains in the actual train station, we lost a bit of points. So yeah, here's a giant like TV that advertises stuff. So, you know, people could pay a lot of money to the city to have their advertisement there. Oh, also on top of all the buildings, there's solar panels. Yeah, because in the future, it's more environmentally friendly. Oh, this is the DE transportation bus on top of the train station. Yeah. All the buildings are actually the same height because they're just the height where it's like you can use as much space as possible without affecting bird migration patterns. So yeah, that's why they're all 5 stories high. I forget. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the redstone lamp is is like personal property, like a house or something, and then the sea lanterns is like public places. And then the glowstone is on a warehouse, like private property, but not somewhere where someone lives in. Anyways, now I'm placing redstone on the redstone lamps because it didn't look that good when they were not lit up. Another annoying thing is that we have to turn all the daylight sensors blue to represent solar panels. Nico built the bikes, by the way. Anyways, here's our build. Oh, there's also a drone in midair, as you can see.
Guys, everybody see
The
Roblox.
fourth and final round for a long day of competition. This will be 4 hours almost of competition after this one. Your team is competing for the opportunity to design a video game world that will be brought to life on a console of your choice. You will need to work together to create a climactic scene from your future video game that best represents the world and story in your imaginations. Requirements. It must be an action adventure genre that has the protagonist moving through a world towards a goal. It should have an overarching and connecting theme, a setting for a final showdown between the hero, right, and the forces working against them. It should be an immersive world with terrain, atmospheric, and thematic elements. And, you should be able to answer the question of what has the hero accomplished so far, and how does this moment reflect their journey, your story?
Alright, round 4. So, after getting the preset hotbar, me, Owen, and Daniel just like spammed blocks. Like, we just kept switching, like we used the scroll wheel to keep switching which block we used, and we just spent the whole first 5 minutes spamming. Nico was building the eye jail throughout this, and the eye jail is where all the eyes except for you are stored. Now we get to the lore. So you're the main character, and you're trying to free your fellow eyes, which are in the eye jail. But you have to go through level after level defeating... Yeah, you're trying to defeat a ton of soldiers to get to the eye jail, which is the final level. right? So this is kind of like a 1 versus 1,000 type game. And you have to traverse the difficult terrain while smashing the soldiers that come at you. They don't have guns, they have swords, because guns would not make the game fun. Some cool features is that to smash the soldiers, you have to use your arms, which are very like you can move them like in any direction, and you can also customize the iris of your character, which is another cool feature. Oh yeah, for the military, we're just doing a whole bunch of armor stands, and while I'm building the eye, Owen and Daniel are placing the armor stands, making sure they're all facing towards the eye, and placing the heads on them. Now, the reason why they're a creeper head is because it's some kind of helmet. And I'm showing the Xbox logo here because that's the console of our choice. Now, back to the military. So, we just have to spam armor stands and then just like flesh them out with armor, which is actually only leather armor. Yeah, anyways, I really like the eye design we decided on. And I think this build actually ended up turning really good. This is me trying to build the Xbox logo. It took forever, and I had to consult back to what it looked like many times. We tried to make the eye mostly circle, mostly square, but with rounded edges. Yeah, it took a while for me to build this Xbox logo. Another part, like if you're wondering what is shooting the lava, it's these things called lava launchers. It's another enemy in this game. Well, I don't know if they're actually called that. That's just what I'm gonna call it for the purpose of this explanation. So yeah, they shoot lava at the eyes. At the eye, actually. There's only one, and you have to dodge it while fighting the soldiers. So yeah, it gets pretty difficult. We got 11th. We'll do better next time. We'll have Jeremy. The next video is going to be the box experiment 3 because it won the poll. And the video after that is hinted to somewhere in this video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. And bye.